Hey Aries, this is Simone, moongoodesssisi, with your weekly tarot reading from the 18th to 25th of November. So the new moon falls on the 18th. I thought it'd be a great idea to, do a reading to see what the energies of the new moon will be bringing, what you should focus on, what you should release. It's a great time to release, to focus on new intentions, new beginnings. It's in Scorpio, so Scorpio is about death and rebirth, and it's a highly intuitive and creative time. That type of energy, transformative energy. Let's see what messages come through for you guys, Aries. So, what new moon messages do you have for Aries? Period 18th to 25th of November. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Okay, at the bottom of the deck for Aries this week is Page of Pentacles reversed. So it might be a case of slowing down as far as new projects or ventures. I mean, the energy of the Scorpio new moon, it asks of you to slow down, in order to really reflect on what needs to die in order for new life to come through. So I feel like I should just say to you guys this week, Aries, to slow down. If things are slowing down naturally in your life, don't resist it. Just surrender to the flow. There is meaning behind, all of this. So don't fight it too much. You this week, Queen of Swords. So you guys are very clear on what you need to communicate, where your thoughts are at. You are being very discerning about what needs to be said, what needs to be dealt with. You're very clear on how you're going to go forward, what needs to be cut, which is great. I mean, Queen of Swords, she's very discerning. She's very direct. Just be careful not to be cutting in your approach. A little honey goes a long way, And I say that because crossing your Queen of Swords is the Empress reversed. So yeah, sprinkle a little love in that discernment when you are communicating whatever it is that you need to get across to whomever, whatever relationship. I mean, it is releasing energy. It could even be that you guys are, for those creatives, those writers, those poets, those people who use words to create, or in a job environment, I don't know, where communication is key. Yeah, I feel like sprinkle a little love with that. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Underneath all of this, and I say this because underneath all of this, the foundation of this reading is Three of Swords. So some of you might be going through some heartache, some mental anguish, some pain, some loss. And maybe that's where this communication, this, knowing what needs to be said, knowing what needs to be cut, you know, is coming from. Maybe that's where you are, why that's what's happening for you this week. So yeah, that's why I said sprinkle a little love. Do not allow your pain and anguish to break you. You know, use this, as I said, new moon in Scorpio is about death and rebirth. So use any kind of heaviness, any kind of sadness, heartbreak that you are experiencing to elevate you. It puts you in a better position because now you see what doesn't work for you. You see what needs to be shifted so that some good energy can flow in, some transformative energy can flow in. What's leaving you is 6 of Pentacles reversed. So this is in your past, that feeling of, again, poverty, scarcity, loss, not being able to, being left out in the cold, that type of energy is now in your past. That's what's leaving. What's coming is 9 of Swords. So you might have lost, and okay, so if I go back to what's underneath the deck, Page of Pentacles, some kind of loss of financial income, maybe a job, a venture that you had set up, maybe possibly, or you've now had to go back to the drawing board. While you've worked up to this point, it's not panned out the way how you expected it. So now it's like you've gone back to the drawing board, and maybe that's why you now feel left out in the cold. Maybe you've lost some income, and that's why your 6 of Pentacles is reversed, but this is in your past. What's in your future now position is 9 of Swords. So you guys are now, if you're not careful, you're going to end up, it's mind over matter. I know that's so easy to say. It's so easy to say. I know this. But we have to remember that we create our reality with our thoughts, our emotions, our actions. So if you want to elevate yourself, the last thing you want to do is to sit and worry and be fearful, because these are illusions. Things that we worry about more than not never happen, and possibly happen because we've created it in our minds. So please be careful, Aries, about this, about being in the position where you are up all night worrying, wondering how you're going to account for whatever it is that you've lost. If it's money, if it's income, if it's love, you know, worrying about the if, the would have, could have, should have, you know. That's the last thing you need. In your resources for you to rely on in order to move forward, it's Page of Cups reversed, 3 of Cups, and the World. So, Page of Cups reversed, resources for you to rely on as you move forward. Again, try to get a sense of emotional balance. This is where the new moon energies are asking us to slow down. It's a highly intuitive time. It's a highly creative time. If you are caught up in worry, in fear, in doubt, you will miss out on your opportunity to bring in new loving energies, and not necessarily relationship aspect, but just love in general, because that's all we really have. Love is the basis of everything. You know, it underlies everything. So I feel like you need to call on your power of love. And, you know, resources to another. Your second resource card is 3 of Cups. Feel like maybe you guys should reach out to friends, to family, go out with friends, you know, maybe have a new moon circle, you know, where you meet up with friends and you guys do a ritual together, or you just connect, find a way to connect to people that you feel comfortable with, people who inspire you and who help you to push forward and help you to see where you might be, you know, those who can uplift you. That's a really important resource. Your friends and your family, your support system. Your third card to rely on, your third resource, sorry, to rely on is the world. Surround yourself with things that make you happy. You have your friends. It talks about honing those loving energies. I feel now like this is an incubation period as well. The world can also represent completion. And with completion comes a new energy, new beginnings, a new path, new life to spring forth. I feel like balance your, so you have that resource of your support system, but also balance that with some solitude, some incubation time, so you can reflect on everything that's happened again, you know, so you can birth something new. So think about that, Aries. Your 3 resource cards. Page of Cups reversed, where I feel like is saying find a way to gain new emotional balance. Everything might seem a bit overwhelming, but you just flow with what's happening around you. Surrender to what's happening. Resistance is what makes people struggle. Is what makes us struggle when we resist the change. You know, just flow with it. Flow. A strong support system is one of your resources. So don't isolate yourself at this time. Solitude is good because you're going to balance your support system with a bit of solitude, incubation time, to try to get some balance in your emotional state. Okay, so word of advice, Aries, is 6 of Swords reversed. Do not fight change. Change is inevitable. It's what makes life life. Change is constant. It's how we deal with change. And many times, change, it might be a drastic change, swift, and it feels like the most painful experience. And in hindsight, when we look back, we realize, oh, okay, that's why that happened. Because now look where I am in a much better place. Don't resist moving forward. Don't resist letting go of what no longer serves you. Don't fight the changes that are happening. The blessings in disguise. I know it might not feel this way sometimes, but you know, just think about that as we go into the new moon energies. It's about death and rebirth. You know, change is constant, so just flow with it. Take those deep breaths. Your final outcome this week, Aries, is the moon. So as you go into the new moon, you will find, again, it's a highly intuitive time with the new moon in Scorpio. It's a highly creative time. It's transformative energy. And here you are worrying. Swords is about communication as well as your mental. And again, as I said many times, these things that we worry about are just illusions. We have the sun in Scorpio and the new moon in Scorpio. So it's a lot, you know. It's a lot. The energy, it might be overwhelming. This is where we need to take a step back. This is where we need to slow down, take our deep breaths, meditate, connect with self, connect with your intuition, your intuitive energies, your powers, your innate intuitive powers, and realize that a lot of what you might be experiencing might just be in your mind. And with all the energies are flowing, things might not be as clear right now, but as the moon gets bigger and bigger, you'll start to see pieces of the puzzle starting to fall into place. There's a lot of planetary activity going on, and a lot of it is pushing us to our highest good and our highest potential. So Aries, don't fight what's happening with you guys. Deep breaths, connect with your support system, balance that with solitude and, you know, connecting with self to try to balance your emotional energies. And yeah, surrender. It really is a lot of emotional Scorpio is emotional energy, so it's understandable. But you guys are okay. Your oracle card this week is peace, but it's reversed. Peace reversed. So your message is, now is a time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there are dissonant notes in the music of your life, all that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within yourself and don't look to the outer world to provide certainty. This too shall pass. And once again, your life will be filled with beautiful music. So Aries, this is your reading for this week. I hope that you guys, I hope the messages resonated or have helped in some way. What resonates, go with it. What doesn't, ignore it. But you guys are going to be alright. It's a blessed time. So just go with the flow. And I wish you guys a beautiful new moon. Thank you for those new subscribers. Thank you for my, thanks to my subscribers in general. Thanks for all the comments, likes, shares. Please, if anyone wants a private reading or chat, just drop me an email or DM on my Instagram at moongoodesssisi. Or you can book a session with me on my website, moongoodesssisi.com. All the details are below. And again, Aries, have a blessed new moon, and I will see you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.